If you're not willing to make changes, don't do APA. If you're willing to make changes and if you're really ready to, then by all means, you'll get more out of it than you ever imagined.
The changes that we made through APA have gone straight to our bottom line.
The first 4 months of the year, our gross revenue is up 6 figures, and the net is also up 6 figures. So it is an astonishing change.
And from day one, it was incredible for us. The first week, it literally paid for itself.
And we have other CPAs that were asking us, what are you doing over there?
Yeah.
What's going on? I think they were a little worried. Are you guys okay? And I think a couple of them really want to sit down and talk to us and say, hey, we know you made changes. What changes did you make? And what difference did it make? After going through and running some of the scenarios and running some of the numbers and using Brannon's guidance to do that, I think that it was shocking to us to actually see how our firm was performing. We thought we were doing great. And the reality is we needed a lot of work.
When we looked at the numbers, when we did the very first exercise, it's like, whoa, this segment of our business provides nothing to the bottom line. APA and our peers challenged us to make hard decisions about our practice, letting go of fear of changing our business model. Mm-hmm. That's one thing that APA has helped me with is delegation. Research goes to the up-and-coming CPAs in the firm. Bring it to me. Where before it used to be, I have to do this. Never before have I not worked the weekend prior to April the 15th. And this year,
we didn't work at all. Our team is ecstatic with the changes we've made. Long story short, what I'm trying to get to is every week, our staff right now is working 32 hours a week and getting paid for 40, every single member of the staff. But overall, the stress level went down drastically, and because the workload went down drastically.
And their pay went up.
Yes, it did. It was, for me, it was expanding on dreams. It's like I suddenly was able to have dreams again. You know, when you're a little kid, you have these big dreams, and as you get older, of course, those just kind of go by the wayside. Well, it kind of allowed me to go back to that, and it was very exciting for me. So APA isn't just about, look at your numbers and see where you fall. It's also about some looking inside of you and making some decisions about yourself personally. We expected to go into APA with Brannon giving us the answers.
Yes.
What actually happened is we went into APA and we found the answers ourselves. If you're handed the answer, you're not going to retain it and you're not going to understand it, as well as if you figure out the answer on your own. And there's not one right answer. There's several right answers. We knew we all had to go up on fees, all of us in the group. We're all guilty of it. Yet, it's like, well, how do we do that? And the modules helped us do it. Brannon just didn't say, hey, here's how you do it. Because if he had, we probably wouldn't have done it, honestly.
The accountability factor was a big thing for me. Doing the work, because I knew that we were meeting with 5 other CPAs and their time is valuable. And we know that going into it because our time's valuable.
We were able to see that all CPA practices, no matter where they are, go through the same struggles. And we did a lot of talking we covered the subject matter, yes, but we also were able to share information that neither one of us knew about, especially technology. I think that was a great thing, but also the way we deal with certain things. We all have a little bit different way of doing that. And it was really a lot of value added to our firm just by listening. We didn't necessarily take all of their advice or all of their suggestions or adopt their practices, but it gave us some insight as to maybe some things that we needed to change and do different. I think APA helped us see our weaknesses through the exercises and gave us permission, in a way, to make changes. When we knew changes had to be made, we knew changes, let's say this, they didn't have to be made, but if we wanted to better our lives, and if we wanted to better our firm, then they needed to be made. APA wasn't this big revelation of, oh my gosh, you just told me something that I didn't know. But what it did do is said, hey, here's what needs to be done. Through your numbers, you can see that. Now do it.
And I think that's APA, is just step up to the next level. Don't be afraid. You have nothing to lose.
I think that's true. I think we have a lot to lose, but the reality is we really don't. Especially when you work in crazy hours. Hi, I'm Chris Hall.
I'm Bill Murphy.
And we're APA members.